In this lesson, we'll look at how we can blend all of our shapes together and also keyframe those transitions. So here we have, I've just added all of those shapes as blend shapes here, and we've got our base right here. So all the sliders right now are at 0. So let's look at now what we can do to blend these together, just like we did with the 3D layers in ZBrush, but now we can actually incorporate this into our animation. So let's recreate kind of an expression here. So we'll take the brow, and let's go ahead and take the eyes and shut them a little bit just by dragging these sliders up. Take that brow up a bit. Let's go ahead and make that brow go down. Okay, and then let's go ahead and work on the mouth. Give him a little bit of a smile. Bring the top of that mouth up a bit. So you can see we moved all of these different sliders. So we have the control dialed down to that level with all the different sliders. And you can key those individually. So you can get, animation of the brows and all of this separate. So you can have it offset in different ways. Okay. So it really gives you a lot of control. Beyond being able to combine those, you can also set these all back to 0. You can take your individual expressions. So we've got surprise, and then we can add on to that with, more animation of the brow and the eyes, the mouth. So you can see it's all adding together to create whatever you see, and you're able to actually animate those. Okay, so to animate them, you can just use keyframing. So we can go here to our 0, and let's just say key all. That's going to add keyframes to all of our blend shapes. And then let's say at frame 5, that's at 100%. So we can key either that or key all. If we select it, you'll be able to see the actual keyframes there in the time slider. So now if I play that, you can see, and then you can maybe at frame 10, dial it back a bit. So you can see how you can animate that along, and then maybe here we go back to normal, and then a smile. Okay, so that's pretty slow pacing. Normally you'd want it to happen a lot quicker, and obviously we're not really doing much character animation. We're just kind of blend between some of these expressions to show you how we can do that. We can just select those and cut those keyframes. Again, we can do key all, and this time let's say we want him to do a blink. Well, we've got our eyes shut, so let's try 2 frames. We'll go to frame 10, and key all, and let's go to frame 12, key those eyes, and then frame maybe 14 or 15. So you can do a little bit, kind of a blink there. So you can get all kinds of effects with the keying the blend shapes. You can also go into the graph editor and be able to actually manipulate those keyframes just like you would anything else. So you could take the eye shut and move it around a bit, even in your graph editor. So you're able to manipulate it like anything you're able to keyframe. Alright. So let's pause. I'm going to go ahead and just keyframe a transition between all of these, and then we'll take a look at all these kind of put together. Alright, so I've just kind of keyframed transitions through these just so we can see a little bit better how these are all working together. So I've kind of just keyframed through all of those. And so let's go ahead and just, as a final note here, play back through this. So you can see how some of the shapes are transitioning between each other. And so it's going to be really up to you how much you want to use ZBrush for your blend shapes. It's going to be really quick and easy to really get some nice facial shapes in, but if you need more control over the particular points, you might want to do a little bit of that within Maya. And even over using your Maya to do like the teeth and the tongue might be a little bit easier. So it's all really going to be up to you, but you can use ZBrush to come in and make some really nice shapes. And it's even if you just use it to kind of sketch out the shapes that you want, you saw how easily and how quickly we were able to sketch those shapes in using ZBrush's powerful sculpting tools. Alright, so have a lot of fun with this and come up with some of your own expressions. Like I said, you've got your own reference library built right in, so take advantage of that. And we look forward to seeing a lot of the shapes that you're going to be able to create. This brings us to the conclusion of exaggerated facial expressions in ZBrush and Maya. Over the course of the last few hours, we've sculpted a wide range of expressions that we can use to animate our character. We started by sculpting a variety of expression shapes, focusing on areas of the face involved in expressing particular emotions. We covered ways of moving the teeth and tongue as polygroups to match a specific shape. We blended shapes together using morph targets. We also built shapes in pieces using 3D layers, enabling us to mix them together to create an array of facial expressions. Finally, we brought all of the shapes together in Maya and prepared them for animation. So to continue your education, I'd encourage you to check out the hundreds of free tutorials we offer online at digitaltutors.com. Please check back often, as we're always adding new lessons daily. Also on the website, you'll find additional modeling, texturing, and rendering training that directly complement the one you've just viewed, as well as an entire library of training products covering the different aspects of 3D production that are currently being used by students, schools, professionals, and studios around the world.